And hello and welcome back to the Philly 4 Pod episode 5 of the new rebrand. Today we'll be looking at a 4 for 4 episode. A lot of info to cover, so let's get to it. Let's try to keep it under 20. The Flyers started off their NHL trade deadline today by dealing Sean Walker to the Avalanche and signing Denver Barkey this past week. Flyers lost to the 76ers lost to the Nets last night. And now they are in the play-in. Yay. Eagles offseason rumors are already flying, and Jason Kelce's retirement and what that means for the Eagles. Philadelphia Phillies extended Zach Wheeler this past week to a 3-year, $126 million extension. Are they done? Or are they not done? We will get to that toward the end. First, let's talk about the Philadelphia Flyers and their past week and how they've started off this trade deadline. So the Philadelphia Flyers started off the trade deadline by establishing which of the two defensemen that they were possibly going to trade, who they were going to keep and who they were going to get away. Nick Sealer or Walker. Which one were you going to keep? Because you couldn't keep both. One, they just had too much value and stuff like that. They ended up extending Sealer and traded away Sean Walker to the Avalanche for a conditional 2025 first round pick, which is top 10 protected. So if the Avalanche are in the top 10 of the draft, which they will not be next year, then it just gets pushed to 2026. And they also received Ryan Johansson, who they placed on waivers right away. He cleared. Now he's a Lehigh Valley Phantom. And we gave them Sean Walker and a 2026 sixth or something like that. Overall, really good trade. You got a first for a guy like Sean Walker. I wanted them to keep Walker over Sealer just because I think Walker's better. I think he'll help you longer. But, in the grand scheme of things of what Briere has done, I haven't really disagreed with much that he has done, given the circumstances of what he's had to deal with at times. Overall, in the grand scheme of things, he turned Ivan Provorov into 2 first-round picks. That's hard to do. Turning a guy like, I'm not saying Provorov's bad and he's not worth anything. No, but you didn't think you were going to get 2 firsts for him. You received Sean Walker in that trade, and you got that first from the Blue Jackets, who ended up being Oliver Bach, who's lighting it up for the London Knights all year. So overall, you got 2 first-round picks from that deal because you flipped Walker for a first this year, and Briere has made all the smart moves that he can. All the opportunities that have been given to him to make a good move, he's taken. He did that really good Provorov trade. He did that really good Cutter trade, which was a weird kind of effed up situation. And he couldn't control if Cutter wanted to be here or not. Now this Walker trade was amazing. You get a first round pick. Who knows what you could do with that, depending on where it is. You already have Florida's first round pick from the Tippett trade that the other dude made. So it's building blocks. We have the draft capital and all that. I love this. What he did today was insane. I don't think Sakic knows what he's doing over there for the Avalanche. That 2025 first could be so valuable if we find a guy in the rough. It's probably going to be a lower end first round pick, but who knows what Briere can turn that into if he wants to draft someone and maybe he gets going, or hell, he might flip it. So it's endless possibilities. I hated seeing Walker go. He played the game the right way, but it kind of felt like you're only going to have one of the two guys of Steeler and Walker here for the rest of the year. And one of them was going to have to go, and you gave away the guy with the more value. I get that. I get it. That's fine. They also this week signed Denver Barkey. Amazing move. 3 years. It starts in the 2025 season, I think. 2024, 2025, or 2025, 26. I'm not exactly sure that's the whole thing because his age and his restriction and this and that and the other thing. But he signed. He has his 3-year ELC. They're just waiting kind of now for him to be eligible to play. Great move. He's looked amazing. Him and Bonk with the London Knights have been lighting it up. Great duo. Best duo I think in the OHL. I believe they're in, and they've been lighting it up. I mean, those two have been just scoring points, power play, shorthanded. I mean, Bonk has been lighting it up on the shorthanded side of the puck. He'll fit. Barkey. He'll fit right in. Both of them play the style of the hockey that we're playing right now. It seems like they're just going to fit in well. They've been playing together. And with this Barkey sign, it's a step like, okay, soon we're going to have to play the young guys. Right? Like, we're open to getting guys like Bonk and Barkey. And those type of guys, not Mishkov, because he's obviously that whole Canada situation. Nope, not Canada. Russia is kind of messed up. You can't really control that. It's weird rules, weird everything, really. So, yeah, but great move. These two moves have been stellar for us, and they will continue to be, because who knows what he can do with that first. Breer hasn't really made a bad move. You never know what they're going to do. You never know what the end result's going to be. And we haven't had that in so long. So long. You got a good return from him. Johansson, he's not going to do much for you. I kind of wanted to see what he could do before you send him down to the Phantoms. Whatever. Give the Phantoms the assets for the playoff push. Or whatever they're in. Whatever status they're in. I mean, it's been something. I mean, the way Breer has ran this team, it's been nothing like we've ever seen. He set us up good for this year, for the remainder of the year so far, and he set us up great for the future. He's done an amazing job siding Markey. I kind of like that. He's a goal scorer. He can get to the puck. He can shoot. He makes the right plays. He makes the right passes. He makes the right dump-ins at times, and he does what you need a player like him to do. I think he's going to be a steal. The steal of that draft. He fell all the way down in the 3rd round, and we drafted him. I mean, insane. Next, let's move on to the 76ers. They're a disaster. Let's pull up this game, shall we? The Sixers lost to the Nets last night. No Maxey, no Embiid. The whole team is injured. Everyone, pretty much. Now they play tonight on a back-to-back, I believe. Yes, against the Grizzlies. The injured peoples is Maxey and Embiid are both out. Kyle Lowry is also out. D'Anthony Melton is also out. Robert Covington's still out. Yeah. Let's pull up their last recent game yesterday against the Brooklyn Nets. Sixers fell to the Nets 112-107. Yikes. To the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, it was bad. I mean, that's a win you kind of want. Oubre came on last night. He had 30 points, 18 points from Harris, 13 from Hield, 14 from Lowry. Payne outscored Lowry with 15, and the rest were kind of low scoring. Ricky Council did not play. Like, when I'm looking at this box score, and I'm looking at, and I watch the game, I don't see Ricky Council play a minute. That's bad. I haven't disagreed with a lot of things Nick Nurse has ever done. This whole season, his whole career, when I'm just watching as a fan, when he was with the Raptors, he knows what to do. So why don't you put a guy like Ricky Council in, who's been balling over this dude? What even is his name? Jeff Dorton Jr. He had an assist. He was a -6 though in 5 minutes. Ricky Council has been balling. Put him in. Give him the minutes. Let him get the points. Because he can be really, really good for so long. I don't get why he doesn't give him minutes over these guys. I haven't seen many bad moves overall throughout Nick Nurse's whole career by him. He's usually good with this kind of stuff, but man, you can't just not play him in an important game like that. You just can't. I mean, nobody on Brooklyn really had an outstanding performance either. Couple of 20 pieces. I mean, nothing really great. Mikal Bridges only had 15. You held them. They didn't have an outstanding, one guy outstanding. Like, you had 2 20 pieces from Schroeder, Storrs, Finney Smith. Like, you should still win that game. You make the right coaching adjustments. I mean, we're not healthy. End of the line. Now they're 7th seed. Now they're in the play-in. Now they're going to have to fight their way back up so they don't have to play the play-in. Because who knows if Embiid's going to be healthy enough to play the play-in fully healthy like we have to have him to win a championship. It's disgusting. Can't get all healthy at one time besides the first game of the year. We finally... And the thing that shocks me the most about this is Kyle Lowry. We're getting Raptors Kyle Lowry right now. We're not taking advantage of these guys stepping up. Because we're injured. And we're not playing the right basketball. Tobias Harris sucks every now and then. Actually, he sucks more than every now and then. Whenever he's not on national TV, he sucks. He sucks. Maxey gets hurt. That's it. It's a domino effect of injuries. Embiid gets hurt. A little later, Maxey gets hurt. No, a little later, Melton gets hurt. Covington, Maxey, and then everything falls down here in the play-in. It's horrible. This was supposed to be the year that we beat the Celtics. We go to the championship. I think we can still do that if Embiid's fully healthy. But who knows if he is ever going to be as healthy as he was in this season ever again now. It sucks. It's because of stupid rule for one of the best seasons of all time for a center scoring is not going to win MVP because of a rule, and he got seriously hurt. So that hurt his team in effect. It's a BS rule when it's a player of this caliber and playing this well. Sixers are now in the play, and they're going to have to claw their way up because I don't know if they'll get in if they're in the play. That's it. I can't talk about this team anymore. They're the bane of my existence. Kelly Oubre will play well one night. Oh, yeah. Add another domino to that effect. Kelly Oubre gets hit by a freaking car. And then he has a huge decline. Not saying I didn't expect that when he got hit by a freaking bus. Whatever it was. But, like, we just can't catch a break. The Sixers might be as cursed as the Flyers. Like, really. They're cursed. They're always injured. They can never get healthy enough to go on a real playoff run. And if they do, they need to be fully healthy. And who knows if that's going to even happen. Who knows if we're even going to make the playoffs. Hope Maxey's okay, because if not, who's going to lead you? Nobody. Sure as hell not Tobias Harris. Sure as hell, I don't know how well Kelly Oubre can play. Nick Batum can't play well without Embiid on the court. They suck without those two players and Maxey and Embiid. Kelly Oubre looked good last night. That's about it. Play Ricky Council more, Nick Nurse. Please. Because it's killing your team. Now you're in the play-in. Now you don't know if you're going to make the playoffs. Now you might have to rush Embiid early in the play-in, and he might not be 100% healthy. He might only be 80. And that might kill your team even more. That's just how it is. It's every year. Embiid gets hurt, but I mean, this year I'm more optimistic because if he can get healthy for playoffs, we can make a run. Who knows? This team is so bad without Embiid on the floor. It's horrible, and we need him back, or else we might not make the playoffs. Horrible. Another point of why Embiid's the best player in the league and most valuable. You take Tatum off the Celtics, they still win like that. You take Giannis off of the Bucks, Dame still leads them like that. You take Donovan Mitchell off the Cavs. They're kind of the same. Take Brunson off the Knicks. It might not be the same level, but they're probably still going to be in the playoffs conversation. You take Embiid off the Sixers. They go from the 3 seed all the way down to the play-in. It's a very apparent how valuable Embiid is. Teams don't have players like this. They don't have their star player being out that affects them like this. Take Jokic off of the Nuggets. They're still winning to a degree. Take LeBron off the Lakers. They're still winning to a degree. Take Luka off of the Mavs. They're not winning. He's the only other player that I can think of straight off of my head on a star team in the playoffs and is playing well and is in the MVP conversation yearly. That if you take him off the team, they stop winning. That is only the 2 players in Joel Embiid and Luka Doncic. And if you debate with me on how that happens for Joel Embiid, you're wrong. Because they went from the 3 seed, guaranteed playoff lock. They can make a sneaky run if they could get healthy and play Boston. No, they're in the play-in now. They're gonna have to play their way into the playoffs, and now on top of that, and that piles on. More games played, tired, health could get worse. And it sucks because we finally have a good coach. Nick Nurse is a good basketball coach, and it sucks because he can't have a healthy team. Can't. And don't think Daryl Morey is going to win with the bad offseason that he had. You signed Mo Bamba? You signed Mo Bamba for when Embiid gets hurt? You don't go out and get a better backup big at the trade deadline. That's on you, too. Can't get healthy. Can't get right. Can't get everyone healthy at the same time. You lose your MVP and you crumble. You lose Maxey, you crumble. It's bad. Melton gets hurt again. Batum can't play without Embiid. It's just a whole dumpster fire effect of Embiid being hurt, and then it's a domino effect from there. I mean, it's bad. They're cursed. Get a good coach. Finally get a good basketball coach who knows how to coach basketball and win a championship. And you get hurt every game. I'm done. I mean, I'll check in and I'm going to stick with them. But they're so frustrating to watch. So frustrating to think about that I'm losing my mind. Oh, let's go on to another subject. The Eagles offseason rumors that already started. Now let's talk about Jason Kelce's retirement. What does that mean for the Eagles? That means the tush push is dead. Jason Kelce retiring and the tush push is 6 feet deep. It's done. No longer can run it as effectively as you can. Nobody can run the tush push like Jason Kelce can. He makes the whole thing work. He gets low and he pushes guys, and the other guys from the back push hurts and get the first down. But without him getting that initial low stance and that low push on the guy rushing at him, they're not gonna get it. Now he's retired. That play's dead. Kelce, I hope you have a great retirement. You deserve it. You deserve all the things you're gonna get. Love you. Hopefully you stay in the organization in some way. But that kills the Eagles. I mean, I was damn near crying when I watched that speech. That was just no. And it sucks. It's gonna hurt your team for a little bit. It is. It just is. You're not going to be able to run the ball the same way. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to do that. I mean, there's multiple different things you're not going to be able to do without Jason Kelce here. Then you might be fucked. Maybe. And, I mean, hopefully Cam Jurgens can fill that role. Kelce picked him to kind of help them pick him to replace him. But who knows if he can even replace them like that. Nobody's going to be Jason Kelce ever. They could be the highest rated college prospect at the center position ever. And they're not going to be Jason Kelce. Even if they live up to all their expectations, they're expected to be the 1-1 in the league, in the draft, and they're a center. They're perfect rated. They look great in college. They came out of like Alabama, highly touted school like that. They're not going to be Jason Kelce. There's never going to be another Jason Kelce ever. That's going to hurt you. It is. So you got to pray Jurgens can actually fill in that role and play well. Which I don't know. We haven't seen him at that role much. He's been more of a right guard, right tackle guy. It kills you. And now late in the draft, you might just have to look at a center. You're going to take up talent you have to draft. It just is. And as for the offseason rumors, these is just little things, stupid things that people are saying. First, today the Eagles released cornerback Avonte Maddox after 6 years. He's open to a possible comeback, which they need to get on now. Because he plays too well at his position, a position that we have struggled with. That you're just going to release a good corner like that when you have a bunch of bad ones? James Bradbury? No. You're not. So get on that. And the safety market looks very, very open, and a lot of good talent is in the safety market. Like, for example, the Bills released Jordan Poyer today. I think I said that right. Yeah. And he could be a guy that you reunite with. He was for the Eagles for a little bit, then he went to Bills. That could be a thing you look into. It could be C.J. Gardner-Johnson reunion. That has been rumored to happen. Xavier McKinney could be an option. He's young. He's a little bit on the younger side, but he's a dog. Love him. So any of those three choices would be great. I don't know if they're going to get any. Just how that works. I mean, the free agency looks great. Also, another Giant that the Eagles are interested in. Apparently, they're interested in Saquon Barkley. Love it. Get him. Why not? Help that offense out. He can run. He'd open up so many RPO plays, so much in the run game, and so much in everything that you do that would help you tremendously. It would help the receiving game too. He's an explosive back that fits the Eagles. He'd be right back at home in PA. Went to Penn State. He's a dog. Why not? I mean, you gotta get better. You just gotta get all the good talent that you can. Well, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, the rumors are already flying for the Philadelphia Eagles. Who are they going to sign? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? Nah. Just relax. Because half the guys you want probably aren't going to sign here. Like, I want them to get Barkley. I've been dreaming of that for so long. Probably not going to happen. Just going to say it. Hell, they might not even get McKinney, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, or Poyer, because they're probably just going to draft some. No, they're probably not even going to draft them. They're probably going to sign the worst safety on the market and a really good safety market. That's how they do with some positions most of the time. Like they do with linebacker. They neglect safety and linebacker so much that it pisses me off. Who knows if they're even going to do anything important in the offseason and the draft. Maybe they think, oh, yeah, we're good, which they better not. Okay, they got to do something. And you never know with the Eagles offseason. Ever. Anyways, let's go on to a good organization. The best team in Philadelphia right now. Philadelphia Phillies extended ace, second best pitcher in the league. Arguably number one. I'm not going to get into that. Zach Wheeler to a 3-year, $126 million contract. Great signing. Amazing. You needed to get this done before training camp. Before training camp. Before the offseason next year. You need to get it done so that's not hanging over his head so he can pitch as well as he can. People are saying overpay. You don't know ball. I'm sorry. He's pitched lights out for us every year he's been here. He's been out for the Cy Young multiple times. He's pitched lights out for us in the playoffs. One of the best playoff pitchers of all time, in my opinion. His numbers are great. He'll continue to do so. He wants to be here. That top three with him, Nola, Ranger is amazing, and it will continue to be. And possibly they're not done. Who knows if they're going to be done? Because if they could go out and sign Jordan Montgomery. They could sign Blake Snell. It's not like they don't have the money. And I think they might need to bolster that rotation up so you can go into the playoffs and face a top team head on, like the Dodgers, like the Braves, like these teams that are so good that you're probably going to have to face to win the World Series. And you can do the job done right this time. Bullpen arms and pitcher and starting pitchers, that's all you need. You're right there. There's something about this Phillies team, though, this year that I will say feels like they're going to get the job done. And I think they will. They play together. They love each other. They want to hang out with each other. It's a great vibe in there. They all know that they can. They've been this close so many times. And the last thing I'll say this episode is that why not? I mean, you have a window. Why not maximize it? You got guys like Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, Kyle Schwarber, and Trey Turner, and the young guys like Stop Bohm. Go get it. You can. Because you can. You got the depth. You got the pitching. Bolster that bullpen up and you'll be good. You got the good manager. You got everything you need. Go get it. Go get it. Because you can. It's right there. You've come so close. 2 years in a row. Third time's a charm. Why not? Go get it. Go grab it. Beat everyone. Run through the playoffs. Win the division. Because you can. You can compete with the Braves. You can compete with the Dodgers. I will hold myself to that. They can compete with the Dodgers. That's how I'll leave you on this episode 5 of the Philly 4 Pod. Go follow the Twitter. It's literally called Philly 4 Pod. You better fucking follow it, or if not, I'm gonna find you. And yeah, that's about it. Go Phils, go Flyers.